I bet you've thought about biting into a raw onion like it's a crisp apple before. Haha, just kidding. Or maybe you actually did. If so, your breath must be legendary. Anyway, today we're diving into the purple mystery that confuses even the best home cooks. You see those two piles at the store? One's big and bold, the other's small and shy. Most people just grab the cheap one and run. But wait, did you know one of these is a loud-mouthed partygoer, while the other is a secret kitchen genius? Do you see where I'm going with this? So, what's really going on under those purple skins? Why is the little guy so much more expensive? Let me guess what you're thinking. An onion is an onion, right? Nah. I'm about to show you why choosing the right one changes everything. And this is QC Project, Simple Things. Think of them as cousins, not twins. They both belong to the Allium family, the same gang as garlic and leeks. But just because they share a last name doesn't mean they act the same. It's a bit like family reunions, right? Everyone looks related, but everyone has their own vibe. The real secret is hidden underground. A red onion is a lone ranger, one solid round bulb built of thick, tough layers wrapped tightly together. But a shallot? It's much more like garlic. Instead of one big ball, it grows in a cluster, hiding multiple mini-bulbs under a single skin. It's like a buy one, get three deal from nature. This isn't just for biology nerds, trust me. This structure is why a shallot feels delicate in your hand, while an onion feels like a sturdy baseball. It's the reason why their layers are so fine, and why they react so differently the moment they hit a hot pan. The magic doesn't start in the kitchen, it starts in the soil. But the outside is only half the story. Wait until you pick up a knife. Because once that skin comes off, that's when their true personality really hits you, the flavor. Red onions have what I like to call main character energy. When you bite into one raw, it doesn't just say, hello, it kicks the door down and announces its arrival. It's sharp, it's punchy, and it's built to cut through all that heavy fat in your burgers or tacos. If you want to be noticed, this is your guy. The shallot, on the other hand, is a total smooth operator. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It's gentler, sweeter, and carries this sophisticated hint of garlic that makes everything feel a bit more fancy. Instead of taking over the dish, it just works quietly in the background to make everything else taste better. Think of it this way. A red onion is like that one friend who's always the loudest person at the party, impossible to miss. A shallot is more like the atmosphere in the room. You might not notice it right away, but the whole vibe changes once it's there. But that's just the raw truth. Wait until things start heating up in the kitchen. Because trust me, once the pan gets hot, these two start acting even more differently. When the heat is on, a red onion is like a veteran actor who refuses to leave the stage. Sure, it softens and gets a bit sweeter, but it never hides. Roast it or sauté it for an hour, and those distinct purple layers stay right there, keeping their shape and their loud onion soul. It's a what you see is what you get kind of ingredient. But the shallot? It's the ultimate team player. Because its structure is so delicate, heat just dissolves it. It doesn't want to be the star, it wants to be the foundation. In a pan of butter, it melts into a golden ghost, becoming part of the sauce itself. You won't see a trace of it on your plate, but your taste buds will definitely feel that secret depth. This is why shallots are the darlings of fancy French kitchens. It's not about shouting, it's about that perfect, quiet balance. The fire isn't creating a difference, it's just showing us who they really were all along. And if you think the stovetop reveals a lot, just wait until you try them raw. That's where the real gloves come off. I bet your eyes are watering just thinking about this next part. When eaten raw, the red onion is basically the loud mouth at the dinner table. It's sharp, punchy, and, let's be honest, it can be a bit aggressive. That's why we often give it a quick bath in vinegar or cold water just to calm it down. But in a heavy taco or a fatty sandwich, this bite is exactly what saves the day. It doesn't hide. It cuts through the grease like a purple lightning bolt. But the shallot? It's the ultimate diplomat. It doesn't need a timeout because it already knows how to play nice. When you mince it into a classic dressing, it adds this deep, sophisticated layer without ever trying to steal the show. It's all about control. It lets the other ingredients shine while quietly doing all the heavy lifting in the background. It's not just tradition, it's class. So, here's the big mystery. If shallots are smaller, gentler, and generally more polite in the kitchen, why on earth do they cost so much more? So, let's talk about the mystery of the price tag. Why is that tiny shallot costing you double? It's not just because it has a fancy name. It's actually a maths problem. While a red onion is one big, easy-to-grab bulb, shallots are like a chaotic family reunion. They grow in crowded clusters, making them a logistical headache to harvest and pack. You're getting less flesh for way more work. Most people think they're paying for prestige, like buying a designer handbag instead of a grocery tote. But honestly, you're just paying for the struggle. Red onions are the efficiency kings. They're fast, massive, and move through the fields like a well-oiled machine. Shallots are high maintenance. Every little bulb needs more hands and more care for much less volume. That extra dollar on the shelf isn't an illusion. It's a direct reflection of the sweat and tears out in the mud. And that same delicate nature doesn't stop at the store. It follows them right into your kitchen, quietly deciding how long they'll actually wait for you before they decide to give up on life. So, you've brought them home. Now the real personality clash begins right in your pantry. Red onions are like that one dependable roommate who never complains and stays chill for months. As long as it's cool and dry, they're perfectly happy to hang out. They're the old reliables, always there when you need a punch of flavor or that familiar crunch in your late-night sandwich. But shallots, they're a bit more high maintenance. Since they're small and have paper-thin skin, they don't like to sit around waiting for you. They'll shrink, dry up, or start sprouting a new life before you even decide what to cook. You don't just have shallots, you buy them with a mission in mind. At this point, it's not just a taste test anymore. It's about how they live and breathe in your kitchen. Which leads us to the ultimate question every home cook asks. Can you just swap them and hope for the best? So, the million-dollar question. Can you just swap them? Well, technically yes, but you're not making a neutral trade. You're basically recasting the lead role in your movie. Imagine replacing a classical violin with an electric guitar. The melody might be the same, but the vibe? Totally different. Use a red onion instead of a shallot, and your dish is going to get a lot louder. It'll be sharper, punchier, and definitely won't sit quietly in the background. But swap a shallot for a red onion, you'll get a gentler, more sophisticated flavor, sure, but you might lose that satisfying bite and the clear onion presence that was supposed to steal the show. That's why my 10-second rule is so simple. If you want the onion to stand up and shout, choose the red onion. If you want it to melt into a sweet, invisible hug for your taste buds, choose the shallot. At the end of the day, they aren't just two purple bulbs in different sizes. They are two different tools, built for two very different kinds of magic. At the end of the day, shallots and red onions aren't rivals fighting for the same spot in your pan. Think of them as two different artists. One is a rock star, bold, sharp, and always craving the spotlight. The other is a poet, softer, smoother, and content to deepen the story without ever needing to be seen. It's so easy to just call them purple onions and move on, but now you know better. You know that the real magic starts in the soil and ends in the way they surrender to the heat. Understanding this small difference is exactly what turns cooking from a game of guesswork into a deliberate act of intention. It's the difference between just making food and creating a memory. So, next time you see them sitting side by side at the market, don't just see two vegetables. See two different jobs, two different personalities, and two different ways to make your dinner unforgettable. If you enjoyed this story, tell us in the comments what simple thing we should explore next. Your idea might become our next episode. And this is QC Project, Simple Things. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the simple things in everyday life. Because what you see is never the whole story. There's always something deeper beneath the surface. See you in the next one.